Hey friends, my name is Mike, and I'm a comic book colorist, and welcome to my style guide for comic book coloring, where we're gonna take this image of the Avengers, bleh, and color it in a different style for every character. So far, and you can go to my channel and check all these videos that we've done so far if you like, or subscribe for future videos. We have done Black Cat here. Let me get my pen. We've done Black Cat in an airbrush style, a basic airbrushing. The Hulk is a blended painted style that has a bit more texture and a little bit more detail. We just did Black Widow here in a very stylized, messy inked texture brushing. Iron Man was done with Copic markers, or Copic type markers, digital Copic markers. Rocket was done with cell shading with this super vivid, strange color palette that we used. Now today we're going to do MJ here, and we're going to do her in the style of the interior art of the super popular Saga book, which I absolutely love. All of those covers are done. Saga is a great hybrid of digital painting and kind of real simple. It looks cell shaded, but I would imagine that it's not cell shaded. Uh, just based on the color choices and how it looks, and how it's done. That it's done how I'm going to show you. Uh, so the big thing here is the color choices. It's got a very smooth, saturated look to it, and there's a bit of an otherworldly element. Fiona Staples, who colors it, tends to do a little bit of she'll bat at it a little bit realistically with various shaped brushes. She doesn't always use the same brush, and then she tends to just sort of whack uh, and create just throw a dark spot or a highlight somewhere. So we'll kind of do that, and this is going to be, I would say this is far and away going to be the fastest video. I already did one pass at this just to see what it would look like and make some color choices ahead of time, and I think I did it in less than 5 minutes. So let's see if we can do that. It's going to be the interior Saga style. So we've got Mary Jane here. We're going to grab her pants and copy those out, and then we're just going to grab so our colors are here, and then there. So we're not really moving. Colors staying the same. We're just it's a near value swap. I usually like for this color. If it were me or traditional comic book coloring, you would see something more like this for the shadow. But this shadow is not. So I've just got an inking brush here, my Hatcher brush. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So that is this. So we have a little bit of an edge, and we have kind of a hard. It's important that your brush be super, super hard. And I call it the Hatcher because when it's an appropriate size, it's good for. This is the style. This is what I like my hatching to look like. Not, say a brush like the Silhouette brush is different from the G pen. It is different. This one's very inky. It's different from my edged inker. So, anyways, this is the brush that we're using, and we're gonna make it bigger. And the first thing we're gonna do is add the realistic notes here. Just gonna kind of, and you can have some sharp edges, some sort of blunt edges. This is just so simple. It's really just scribbling and filling in. There's not a lot of white space or gaps in between this stuff. And our light is coming from the left over here. Now we're going to get a little bit bigger. Just going to shade this her whole butts piece. And here, I'm just going to tie it all together so there's not a lot of gaps. go like that. That's actually probably wouldn't see that. It'd be bigger and chunkier. It tends to be chunky. Okay? And the pants are done. Now that's another inconsistency that you see. Some elements, like for the hair, we're going to have 3 or 4 colors. In here, we're only going to have 1 color, or 2 colors. Your base tone and then your shadow, and that's something that's mixed up, and that adds a very different, that simple change that we're going to have 2 tones here, 3 tones here, 4 tones here. That is going to make all the difference in the world. So. Grab. We'll grab the skin. You just grab these out real fast from the flats layer. We'll grab the hair. We'll grab the shirt. Whoops. Skin, shirt, hair. Looks like I already did the bracelet there for some reason. I don't even know that I'll do anything with the lips. And the eyes I'm going to leave just like that. And the hair is the same color as the eyebrows, I think. So, we'll move on to the shirt, which is that color. I have this super saturated highlight that we're going to make sort of a messy shape, and then we're going to glop. I know that seems strange, but trust. Alright, that's all we have to do there. Now we're going to go to the skin. It's probably only going to have one highlight right there. Too much. See, this just doesn't require a lot. And it's messy and it's sloppy. Seems to be the theme for today. You know what, I want this to be more saturated. But not that saturated. Nope. Let's erase that. Start over with a new color. Okay. There we go. And to the hair. See how she looks. Oh, missed a spot. Better? Okay, we're gonna want to find a color. Whoops. Maybe something like that, the highlight. I actually don't want to touch the eyebrows. Now in the hair, we're going to add some extra color. Usually a part of the body has some extra color somewhere. Not always. I haven't like extensively studied how she does this, but I know generally how it looks. I have read all the books. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Now let's find a couple darker tones that are pinkish purple. That's not better, but not quite. Okay, here's one. Maybe something a little. It's just that silly. I think I like the other one the one that I did really fast at first. Let's see. Turn these off. Yeah, I think I like that one more. It's a little gloppier. Is that Ultron sticking through there? Oh, I thought that was his gray color. And that's it. See? Just throw a few of these big slashes around and it's super easy. Highly stylized. And I wouldn't suggest doing this exact same thing. I'm just, I'm coloring one of these. I just want a lot of variance in here. And you can take, I mean, look at all the elements that make this what it is. It's very saturated. It's sparse. It's not lassoed out. The divisions are hardly realistic, but occasionally, you know, like in the folds of the jeans, it'll be realistic. And then some of these thrown shadows or highlights or whatever are just sort of scribbles. And it's not lazy. She does it in a very beautiful way, in a way that suits the artwork. And I think that's what, as a colorist, you can take from it, is that it just really supports the artwork and does what it's supposed to do. And that's the best thing that you can say about it, right? So this should be far and away the most simplistic and easiest to do, because we've had a couple of these. You know, Hulk took an hour. Most of these are a half hour or an hour long, where I'm explaining tools and what kind of detail we're going to go into and that whole thing. And so it's nice to have a little reprieve from that and at least get one person in all of these images. It's just, we can just relax. Black Widow was pretty fast too, but there's more that goes into this. So I hope you've liked this. As I move along, there's still a couple characters, Doctor Doom and Storm, I don't think I have styles for yet. So if you want to throw an idea out there for me to try out, I'd be happy to do that and try and extend my range. And the file for this is in the link below, and you can grab it on DeviantArt and color it yourself, and maybe come up with 17 of your own styles, and show them off. Show them to me. All right. Take care, guys.